welcome to the Big Scuba podcast. Thanks for downloading. Time to get on board and let's go diving. Mind those ropes. Hello and welcome to the Big Scuba podcast. This is episode 233 and with me is...
Hello, we're on location. This is Gemma from the Big Scuba podcast and we're currently at East Runton on the North Norfolk coast in the UK.
Yeah, so this is our Farne's edition, but let me tell you straight from the top, these episodes are all sponsored by lovely people at 90. They are beyond technical, you know.
Yep, so their link to their website is in the show notes. Have a look. They do all sorts of products for the recreational right through to the real technical diver. If you're on open circuit or rebreathers, they've got all the equipment that you could ever need, and they do lots of servicing on rebreathers and dive computers as well. And again, they're there to solve any problems or sort of roadblocks you've reached on your scuba journey, where if it's rebreather wise, they're so experienced in their fields that they'll have an answer for you. Yeah, so lots of different shiny stuff. We like the shiny stuff and I like the black stuff, you know, and the flag's getting in the way. So we've just finished one dive up at East Runton, and so this is well known for its chalk beds here, and excuse my voice, I seem to be losing it, and there are chalk reefs here, very famous. They go out a long way. Yeah, they run right round sort of the Norfolk coast.
Yeah, virtually round
Sheringham,
Cromer, go a long way and full of life. It's like a forest underneath, and full of crabs. Lobsters we saw, some wrasse. Yeah. I think pretty sure I saw what they call it? Scorpion fish. Saw a few of them. Yeah. So
it was the seaweed's not very tall. It's probably like a foot, half.
Very
a foot.
colourful though.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. And then you get like an expanse of the chalk reef, and it would just be lovely and white. And then the sun would shine, and it would just be really, really pretty, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I picked up. Which could be shark teeth.
We need to get those identified.
First I thought they were bullets, that's what it looked like. They're about an inch long, maybe an inch and a quarter, cone shaped, made of stone, or
fieldstone, doesn't it? Or calcification. Calcification. Calcium.
That's the word. Yeah. Over a long period of time. Definitely mineral based, wherever it is. So I picked them up to have a look, see what they are.
There was a feisty lobster.
Very feisty lobster. And that well, I didn't see it first until I looked up and it was coming for me. I was like, blimey, you're a bit of a wild beast.
It wasn't very big, was it? So
no, it's hard. It was pretty hearty. It wanted to, didn't like the look of me, I tell you.
We saw a crab, several crabs, but they're quite tiny, which again indicates that there is a little bit of overfishing probably. Definitely it was full of marine life.
Yeah, a lot of little stuff, but no crabs big enough to for the pot, put it that way.
Visibility was, I'd say, 3-5 metres?
Yeah, a good 5 metres, I would say.
Yeah, because you could look out across the reef.
And we've both got water temperatures there, 20 degrees.
20, yeah.
People say, I can't dive in the UK. It's never cold.
It's always cold.
It's always cold in the UK. It's always cloudy, nothing to see. God, don't dive in the UK. Whew, it's cold. 20 degrees. Yeah. We've both got 20 degrees. I'm pretty sure everyone else got a good 20 degrees. Yeah. Some of us are in wetsuits, some of in dry suits.
You did your semi-dry, I stayed in my dry suit, and I was warm.
Plenty warm enough.
Yeah, so it was a good dive, wasn't it? And a 50 plus minute dive.
It's been a good dive weekend actually. Polly was telling us she's done 5 this weekend. On to do 5 this weekend. Some of them are diving Weybourne tonight, later.
Rosalie Wreck.
Yeah, thought about it, but that means I'm gonna get home at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So, and we'd work tomorrow, unfortunately. Too much to do. So.
Because it's not just ending the dive. We've then got to get home and wash down all our kit.
And you're another 40,
half an hour away.
from bungee, aren't you? So.
So that's a dive for another day. We've got some weekends ahead, possibly.
Yeah, it's a nice dive, Weybourne. In fact, that was your first sea dive, wasn't it, Weybourne?
It was my 6th dive.
Yeah. And that was beautifully clear.
Yeah, that was amazing.
We'd been at Gildenberg, where that was, well, you could see a couple of inches on a double-decker
I probably
bus.
couldn't see you if it was like now.
Well, the last dive we couldn't. You was right next to me, and I couldn't see you at all.
Hold of each other, yeah.
That was so cloudy.
Yeah, and then I remember going to Weybourne and thinking, wow.
Yeah, but you got to remember, we dive inland lakes to train, practice stuff, so that then when you're ready to go and do the shore dives and off a boat and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was lovely today. There was a decent group of us, experienced divers, dive masters, but some newbies as well.
Some kids, some kiddies getting in the water as well, which was good to see.
Yeah, so that was a good dive.
All got out the water roughly the same sort of time. How long did we do? About 50 minutes?
50 minutes, 52 minutes.
I think the deepest I got was 5.7 or maybe a little bit more.
Just below 5, yeah. So nice dive, and we swam most of the way back, didn't we? The chalk reef ends and then it gets really sandy.
Yeah,
and
swim
then
up north.
Yeah.
We dived it on the high tide as it's falling, swam out north for about 10 minutes, surfer swim, that is, surfer swim at north for about 10 minutes, and then drop down. And it's not long before you start seeing the reef below you, and then just carry on heading north using your compass. And we got out to you.
Just about 120, 120,
and then there's time to turn around south, that easy, and you come back roughly similar position at where you start.
Yeah, that works really well. We got in where we got out where we got in, basically. Yeah, very near the ramp, and then getting out was relatively easy. Took our fins off when we were sort of chest height in the water, didn't we? And helped each other, and then got out, dumped our weights at the shore, and then just came back to the car, dumped everything, and
and then have a cup of tea afterwards. You have to have a cup of tea afterwards. That is the law.
And then head for a late lunch somewhere on the coast.
Yeah. That's the nice thing about not trying to squeeze in too many dives, and you can kind of take it a bit more easier, enjoy the ambience of the day.
That's what diving should be about, isn't
well,
it?
Is,
relaxed relax when you go in.
If I lived a bit nearer, where we're not an hour and a half away, then
might do it more
be
often.
a bit more doable, but it's a long old way.
Yeah, and there's all the logistics. You've got to get your tanks filled somewhere, and it's always But no, it was a really good dive, and first dive for me at this location on the North Norfolk, and second time for you, isn't it?
It was, really good.
Yeah, but rate it highly.
I think we'll try and get another dive in at some stage before the season ends.
Yeah.
Season will probably start coming to a draw to a close October. So as long as the weather plays ball in September, and potentially even into October on our coast will be all right. We're hoping to dive south coast potentially next weekend.
Yeah, Chesil or potentially Swanage Pier.
Yeah, so that'd be good. But this episode is that we're going to be diving the Farnes. So that's a regular place for us to go every year in the summer. And I've been going there, I think this is my 10th year diving up there.
Yeah, I think that was my 7th trip. Yeah.
I already booked on for next year. So
that's
going again.
A quarter of the boat gone.
Yeah.
But look up Crystal Seas, Scuba, Norwich. They run various holidays and trips.
Scuba for me.
Yeah, that's there. We'll put the website in the show notes. And if you think that you'd like to do the Farne Islands or any of their other holidays abroad, then you don't have to be a member of the club as such. You can be anywhere in the country.
Yeah. You can book on, and if there's enough of you, you can even speak to them direct and book the boat for yourselves. But you need 12 people to book a boat if you want that for your entirety.
Like we had it on our last dive, so 5 of us on one boat.
There's the headline, so look out for that one. It's coming up later on this episode.
Yeah, so the episode is like a roving report. We follow all our dive. We did 6 dives over the weekend, and we do a little recap of the dives through this episode.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you've been to the Farne Islands, drop us a message, tell us what dive sites you've done, and have you done the dive sites that we mention in this episode.
Yeah. We've got a couple of interviews in the bag. They'll be coming out soon. We just spoke to, who's the guy we just spoke to?
He's from a company called Dive Aid that
That's right.
puts a sort of more like an app or a processing system into dive shops to try and fine-tune their booking systems and just organise things a bit better. So he's based in Thailand, and yeah, we talked to him, so that's coming out in a couple of weeks. And then we spoke.
Autumnal Bloom.
We spoke to Autumn Blum from Stream to Sea, and she's a chemical physicist.
Engineer.
Yeah. So she creates.
We've got that wrong, so I'm so sorry about that. But she
knows lots about chemicals.
The lady knows her chemistry pretty well.
Yeah, so she
Put it that way.
has made mask defog is probably what they're most famous for, and it's not harmful to anything in the marine world. So it's reef friendly. Fish are not affected by it. And then she's also developed sunscreen, shampoo, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really excited. And if you've ever tried to get Stream to Sea products and you're based in the UK and it's been a bit tricky, it's now going to get loads easier because there's a distribution centre in the UK and Europe. So yeah, but America worldwide they ship as well. So yeah, we're excited about that.
Brilliant. So let's go to the Farne Islands then. Let's take you there.
Come along with us to the Farne Islands.
Hello and welcome to the Big Scuba podcast. This is episode 233 and we are in the middle of the North Sea. My name's Ian and with me is...
Hello, my name's Gemma. Welcome to the Big Scuba podcast on location.
Yeah, right from the top, let me tell you, these episodes are all sponsored by Nart at 90. Go there, nartat90.com.
Their service is beyond technical.
Yeah, so we are middle of the North Sea. We are at the Farne Islands. We'll do a little pan round in a minute, show you where we are. We've just done one dive which was called Northern Hares.
Hares as in rabbit hares.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that was the first dive of the trip. So we went down a shot line to a reef, didn't we?
Yeah, really nice.
So
nice dive, nice viz.
Yeah, it was amazing. And we went down the shot line, lovely blue clear viz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You could see the reef. So what would you say, that was probably about 10, 15 metres viz?
Good that, because you can see the bottom from when we dropped down.
Yeah, and
so,
apparently the bottom of the reef was 20 metres.
20 metres,
and
yeah.
we just stayed, because it was a first dive, particularly for honey,
honey
for a
dive.
while.
She's at open water, so the maximum depth we could have done was 18 metres.
Yeah.
But we are on a Crystal Seas tour, which was an annual visit.
Yeah.
They normally have a couple up here during the year.
Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage for us in July, and we are on the Mora,
yes. Yeah, so it's run by Serenity Boats.
Yeah.
You'll catch them on Instagram. We'll put the link in to the Farne Islands. And you can go on diving trips with them, and you can go on tours around the island, so if you're a non-diver.
Yeah. So not sure where we're going to go to on the next one, but it certainly looks a familiar ground, certainly one that we've dived before.
Yeah, weather conditions are perfect, not too hot, so we're in our dry suits at the moment. You might consider semi-dry tomorrow?
Might do, see how it goes. Back home, it's depending on when you're actually listening to this, back home the grass is either brown or on fire, it seems. So we're in the middle of the drought up here, but up here, sort of not too bad at all.
No, I think
the weather conditions quite nice. Really.
Yeah, temperatures probably high teens, that's probably it. Water temperature was surprisingly
quite warm.
pleasant. Yeah. So
15 degrees.
Yeah, we've got boats coming in behind us with tourists on, so it's nice to see them busy, particularly on a Thursday as well. No, it's Friday today,
Yeah,
isn't it?
there's 11 of us on board, 11 divers. Somebody had to cancel for family reasons, short notice. But yeah, 11 of us. Usually it's 12 on this boat. They've been having a busy season by the sound of it. Orcas are up here recently, a few months ago.
Unfortunately, no seals. We've
Yeah,
not seen
don't seem
one
like as many
yet.
seals.
No.
Lots of puffins. We saw on the on this dive, we actually saw a dogfish.
Spotted dogfish.
Or some people call them catfish.
Yeah, it was probably about that big.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw some fish. We saw a jellyfish as we went down the shot line.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a check dive, really, wasn't it? So
really
we'll probably get a bit more into the nooks and crannies down on a wall at some point.
Yeah.
Which is good. But we'll try and bring you a report after every dive, just to give you an update on the dive location. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to put them on a map. We've put our Strava on so we can see where we've been each day.
Yeah. So that was it for this dive. We'll get ready for the next one.
Yeah, and if you've been to the Farne Islands, let us know what you think.
This is day 2 of us at the farms, and if you are wondering what all the noise is, well, we're amongst some of the rocks, so everything's all right. And but we're just taking a bit of a surface interval. We've just done our first dive of the day, which was...
It was Northern Hares.
Northern
It was the
Hares.
same dive we did, the first dive we did yesterday. Tides were all a bit messy today, so we were restricted on where we could go. But it was a great dive, wasn't it, today?
Yeah, really nice. Shot line, down the shot line, and I got to about 21. You hovered around about 18, didn't you?
No, I saw 20 as well. Yeah.
You did 20, yeah. Honey did about 18, so it was all good.
So it was basically a reef that we dropped down to, and then went along the wall, and we saw crabs, starfish, jellyfish.
Yeah, quite a lot of life.
Catfish.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. Really nice dive, really good visibility. You can see the bottom as soon as you drop down, so it's probably 15, 20 metres.
Yeah, excellent, and lots of seaweed, no kelp. It was quite a rocky bottom, wasn't it?
Yeah, rocky bottom. Yeah,
lots of dead man's fingers.
And we're doing blue caps next, by the sound of it, so that'd be good.
Yeah.
We'll do a bit more of a recording, probably a bit later on.
Yes, but you can hear I don't know what kind of seagulls they are. I'm not going to even try. Maybe
gannets,
kittiwakes. I don't know. But the rocks are covered in white.
And there's quite a smell. Let's be fair.
White pea.
There's quite a smell.
Yeah, we'll put some information.
Just do a quick pan around, can't we? And we'll just show you where we are. So bump it up. Oh, there goes the camera. So just a quick pan round. Hear the sound. And back to us. So, I don't know what's going on with the camera. Always an issue with these things. Anyway, just to prove that we are doing a roving report.
Yeah, and we finished yesterday afternoon. We got back reasonably late, just chilled out really, didn't we? And
yesterday's dive was really good as well, wasn't it?
Yes, because
really
we haven't
dive.
even spoken about that. That was let me just... Longstone Gullys and reefs. Yeah. So that was really good because we went along a wall and then up into a gully, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the wall was like it was bejewelled, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, full of stuff, full of life. Honey picked up a load of bones. I'm not sure what the bones were from.
Seal.
Dead seal,
seals.
I think.
Yeah.
With bones and all sorts.
Yeah, but that was a lovely dive, and that was what, 12?
Thereabouts. 12, 15 metres, something like that. Again, lots of visibility, really good visibility. There's been another dive boat out here today on a rib, so they've been a bit of fun. And but really nice dive yesterday.
Yeah, water temperature's been nice.
And weather's been on side as well, which has been good. It's just this morning had a bit weird stuff going on with the current, so it's good that Ron's with us and he knows the local area really well.
We have a good skipper that knows the area and wouldn't put us anywhere where we're in any danger.
No. So that's it for this dive. We'll speak to you after the next one.
Yep.
This episode is brought to you by Narked at 90, the cutting-edge pioneers in the world of diving equipment. Meet the founders, John Routley and Brent Hudson, who have logged thousands of mixed gas dives over the past 3 decades. About 20 years ago, these experienced technical divers combined their passion for diving and engineering skills to create Narked at 90. Whether you're new to diving and ready to take it up a notch, have a fair amount of experience, or are considering a transition into technical diving, we highly recommend Narked at 90. They're ready to advise on the best equipment and setup for your personal and commercial needs. Narked at 90 also has extensive hands-on experience with shearwater and ratio dive computers, being the longest-serving UK service centre for these brands. They're ready to offer technical support, servicing, repairs and upgrades for all shearwater and ratio computers, past and present. In addition to shearwater and ratio, Narked at 90 stocks and supports many other brands, such as DiveSoft, JJCCR, Hollis, Revo and Kiss rebreathers. The diving community is always enthusiastic about Narked at 90, and it's easy to see why. Here are just a few reasons. Full head servicing for rebreathers from various manufacturers, bespoke cable assemblies, advice on specific fitting requirements, suggestions and guidance for home builds, computer laser cutting and engraving, CNC milling and turning, pressure testing to simulate 400-metre dives. We're thrilled to partner with Narked at 90, a company that has ignited so much passion for diving and has been incredibly supportive and innovative in producing and selling dive equipment. Visit narkedat90.com to see why they're a renowned name in diving. Stay updated on their insights and offers by following them on social media. Just search for Narked at 90 on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram and hit that follow button.
So welcome to day 3. This is Sunday and you're joining us. We are in the middle of the North Sea, the Farne Islands.
Northeast of England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is our last, about to do our last dive of the weekend, which has gone really quick actually.
It has. You lose track of all the days, don't you?
Yeah.
It's just, so we've been here 3 days. We're going to be, in total, have done 6 dives, and we're now about to get in half an hour or so to do our 6th and final dive.
Yeah, which has begun rock. Let's talk about Saturday. So Saturday was a good day. Hit 2 dives, didn't we?
We started at Northern Hares, which we did on day 1, dive 1.
Yeah, it's really a bit little tricky with tides and currents, and it's weird. You know, for us, the untrained eye, we look at the water and we think, oh, well, it looks all right. It's not too bad. But with our skipper Ron, who has been in charge for a good few years of this, he knows the water and he can see that actually what we think actually looks calm. Actually, there's currents running, and you know, if we jumped in, it's going to be a bit of a tricky one to get back out again, or we're going to get washed out and along the current. So yesterday was one of them days where it was a bit tricky where to find us, and also combine that what way the wind is going as
so
well.
When the boat comes in to pick us up, if it's pushing the boat into the rocks, that's not ideal.
He needs
either.
wind blowing against the boat, basically. So,
but you know, doing another dive site that we've done already on this trip wasn't a bad thing, because you always see new things. And so it was really good, and that was a good dive. We got some depth.
Nice surface for the interval, and all got to chill out on the boat. There's 11 of us yesterday, wasn't there? So that's good.
Yeah, and then we jumped in for dive 4, and that was blue caps, wasn't it?
Yeah. One we'd done before.
Yeah, and again, that was quite a pretty dive.
Why is it called blue caps? Do you know why?
No.
Because when you look at them, they look blue, the caps.
There's your description.
There we go.
So that dive was okay.
Yeah, it was a good. We didn't have a particularly long dive.
No, we didn't.
So basically, what Gemma's alluding to is that another member of the group, not
our group,
not us two or Honey, but another member of the group, they had a bit of a moment underwater, let's say that, and they went up a bit quick, and Polly, bless her, went up with them to help them out and try to reassure them and everything else.
Yeah, and obviously you were doing the right dive mastery thing and had the concern of it
well,
might be needed at the surface.
I couldn't ignore it
No.
because I saw what was going on, and we kind of ended our dive prematurely, and we went up as well. So
but we had a safety stop. We did.
We had a safety stop. Yeah, we did safety stop. We were down at about 13, 14 metres at the time.
So our dive ended up.
Everyone's all right. Everyone was okay.
So it was about a 20-minute dive in the end.
Something like that. Yeah, unfortunately.
But it was still good. We, it started off. We saw plenty.
Dive and go sometimes. Dive don't always go to the way we plan it, does it?
No, but everybody was all okay.
Yeah.
And then
day 6, but there are a few less of us on the boat, unfortunately.
we started the weekend with one down because they had a serious family incident to deal with. Fair enough, and then
11 of us on the boat.
Today, there's only 5 of us.
And
so,
Ron.
Ron and 5 of us. So he hasn't had to do many cups of teas today.
No.
It's
and
quite a quiet boat as well.
But it's the best day of the weekend. Flat calm seas.
Really nice. There's actually quite a few seals about as well.
We've seen a porpoise. You've seen seals.
Seals,
I didn't see them, but the seals were under.
So we did the first dive and a little bit murky. I think
It wasn't too bad on the wall.
No, but it was more murky than what it has been.
Yeah.
And the seals came down. Didn't really get close, kind of stayed away, just like see what we're up to, and then come back down again and have a check us out again. And I thought, well, I did wonder if that was going to come round, but it didn't. Just kept out of the way.
But then lots of crabs on that one.
Lots of crabs,
lobsters,
fish. Every corner, every little hole, every little crack had a lobster pointing out of it. It was really cool. Lots of anemones.
Dead man's fingers.
Yeah, lots of
Just
that.
pretty, yeah.
Yeah, really nice dive, really.
Yeah.
So they're always really nice dives around here, really.
Yeah, and that dive site, we got in and it was quiet, and then another boat turned up, and they dropped in.
So somebody sent up an S&B from underneath us, so it's really good that they actually looked up to see where we were first.
Yes, so that entangled me briefly.
Yeah, to see if there's any hazards above them. You know, but hey, send it up and see if we get
hope for the best.
See if they catch us, and they did catch us in the end.
Yeah, but it was all okay, and we sent up 2 S&Bs on that one. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we're off to Gun Rock, so we'll
update you
once we've done
back.
Gun Rock. So we look forward to that one.
Yeah. So thanks for following along our Farne Islands journey.
Yeah. Speak to you soon.
Bye.
We are now back in the world of Bungay. As you can see, the Farnes is just a very recent memory right now.
Yeah, recent, definitely.
And we're just going to have a little bit of a chat about our last dive. We didn't really get a chance to do it yesterday, and once we got back, and talk about the whole Farnes trip.
Yes, yeah.
Itself.
So we caught up with you after we'd had our 5th dive, day 3, and that was the hopper, which we told you about.
The hopper. Now we found out why it's called the hopper, didn't we? Why do you think a dive site is called the hopper at the Farnes? Any ideas? No, not that.
Very quiet.
Good. Yeah, that was a good contribution, but no, not that. It's actually called the hopper because apparently we've got no proof. We don't know, but apparently it was used as a site for discarding rubbish from the lighthouse.
So that could have been any type of rubbish.
Anything.
Yeah, and it's because there's a bit of a shallow pool inside, and then the hopper is got the sort of walls. But they dumped stuff in, and that's apparently where the name hopper.
That was their rubbish bin apparently. So years ago. So that's why it's called the hopper.
Yeah. So we had our surface interval, a nice cup of tea, and then we decided we would.
You'll hear the tap.
Yeah, we would do the next dive, and that was dive 6 of day 3, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. And really nice, beautiful sunny day, and the sea was like a mill pond.
It was the best weather day of the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah. But we had a few fallers at the fence, on the last fence actually. So only 5 of us made it to the dive boat from a starting race of 11.
Yeah, a bit disappointing because it was such a great day, wasn't
Beautiful
it?
day, yeah. Sorry if you guys didn't make it. We had, I think, some issues going on and things like that. But it was a really good day actually. And we had a bit of more choice of dive sites because the currents were more favourable, and it was just so calm, wasn't it? It was lovely.
Was beautiful. The sun came out, and so we cruised around a bit. Ron, our skipper, gave us some options for the 6th dive site.
Yeah.
And in the end, we decided that Gun Rock would be a good place to do
the last dive of the trip.
Yeah, it was good choice, and we did that, and Ron had told us from the start that a couple of weeks ago he dropped some people off there, archaeologists, and they've been cutting some of the kelp back, and last time we dived there, it's a bit. There was a lot of kelp, and although you can kind of see the cannons and the cannonballs. But you have
to go a bit like that, don't you?
Yeah,
to
really see. You never could see them in the full extension.
And the cannons.
And yeah, this time you could see them. As soon as we dropped down, you could see them. Full length. Some of them sticking up slightly. And there's quite a few.
There were, and the university or the research people had all labelled them as well, so they'd got like red tags on. So literally, you could get. We were in this kind of quite a round area where they were all positioned, and you could just literally go round and view them, and it was just.
They apparently found some sword handles as well recently as well.
Yeah.
No shiny stuff. It's all gone. All the shiny stuff, but basically, you know, there's apparently going to be dig there next year as well.
Yeah.
Which might be interesting.
They found some wood, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they're going to hopefully dig a bit further and see what else they can find.
Yeah.
But the dive site, so where the cannonballs and the cannons are, it's about 5 metres, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a very light, bright dive, and you can just like.
They're big old cannonballs as well, heavy as well, some of them. And there's the ones that are linked by chain to take the masts out. There's some of them there, all sorts of stuff. So it's a really nice site, and we kind of just like drifted along really. Ron said to us to keep the water our right and follow the water around. And there's like another pinnacle off from there as well, and in the middle there's a whole load of kelp.
Yeah.
And he said go past that. If you start going through kelp and getting shallow, you're going in between. And he said don't do that. Go past the kelp and go round and keep the water right, which we did, and just kind of drifted along. And water temperatures probably about 14 degrees. You know.
Yeah. Marine life. There
really
were fish.
Clear. Yeah.
Fish were like all different types of fish.
Yeah.
Wrasse definitely.
Wrasse,
and then maybe cod, coley, not
something
quite sure.
like that, weren't there? Pollock.
Yeah.
There's quite a few lobsters on that one as well.
Yeah, and crab.
Yeah, big crabs, big. If you like your crabs.
Real pincer crabs.
And I didn't realise there was two. I saw the first. Who spotted it? Was it you or Honey saw that first?
I think Honey saw it. Yeah.
Big one. Bit like a dinner plate, honestly. Great big thing like that, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Great
massive.
big solid thing.
Yeah.
And underneath
brown crab,
that,
definitely.
Yeah, and then underneath that there was another one, and they got themselves jammed into
Cozy.
the rocks, weren't they? They're in. You would I tell you, if you wanted to get one of them out, you would have had a job.
Definitely.
A fight on your hands, I tell you.
But it was, just lovely to see them in their own environment. The lobsters were quite inquisitive.
One was coming out going...
And you put your finger near it, and I thought, what are you doing?
I just had the point towards it, and then that was going... trying to get me, it was.
And it was like a big boulder field, wasn't it? Kind of, when you looked up, well, it looked like a wall, and it was quite jagged.
There's a lot of jagged rocks and stuff like that, all sort of... I suppose they've just been carved there for millions of years, haven't they, really?
Lots of nooks and crannies where you could look in.
Everything had another lobster in it.
Crab, sea urchins everywhere.
I failed, though. I did fail, because I really hoped to show Honey a shrimp. I didn't see a single shrimp this weekend. Not a single one.
But aside from that, the walls were like so
full
pretty.
Of stuff. Yeah.
Shining a light on them, and they just like looked like a bejewelled wall.
Yeah. Something moves, don't know. When you shine your torch out, it's like...
Visibility over the whole weekend, we'd say 10 to 15 metres.
Yeah, just about every dive is good 10 metres.
Yeah, I think that, well, for me...
it has been murky up there on previous
when we went last
occasions.
September it was,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
really murky.
Yeah. But I think that's my best Farnes trip so far, definitely. Really stands out for the dives, the conditions, and just what we saw underwater. I think that's the most marine life we've seen, or I've seen at the Farnes, with fish, crabs, lobsters.
Yeah.
Seals, pretty non-existent
seals
underwater.
I saw a couple.
Yeah, you had a few.
I did see a couple yesterday. One came down, kept its distance, and then swam back up again, because they were on the rocks when we first jumped in.
Yeah.
One came down and did a like U and went back up again, and then a couple of minutes later another one did it as well, but no interaction. They didn't. They didn't come and play, unfortunately.
But from also years before, we've always seen quite a lot of seals on the rocks, but it was not anywhere like it's been. They
have had orcas. When did the orcas go up there?
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. But there's certainly a noticeable drop in numbers at that site. Wherever they've gone, they've gone somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but they're not there at the moment. Not in the numbers that they were at. Definitely not.
But we saw a porpoise on our steam out.
Yeah.
So that was a big bonus. And then there were a few puffins left, but they're obviously now migrating off. But they were great seeing them on the water. And then we experienced gannets diving in the water.
Big. They're huge.
Apparently they dislocate their shoulders to dive into the water.
Yeah. And then it somehow slot back in.
Yeah.
How on earth they do that? It's pretty amazing. But
wildlife-wise, was awesome, above and below the water.
Yeah, really good. We had, although there's only 5 of us, we had quite a nice time on the boat.
We did.
5 of us.
Yeah, it was nice to catch up with Ed and Hugh.
Yeah.
Hugh was based in Perth and Ed in Cambridge.
Talk about farming and things like that.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah, and they had some great dives as well. And Ron, our skipper, looked after us.
We do Ron. We do Ron.
like kings. So he made us some great cups of tea. And
great skipper. I always feel really happy when I see him at the helm, and
confidence is
he knows that water better than anyone. And if he says, "No, I'm not going to put you in there because you're either going to have a rubbish dive or it's not safe," it's like, "Yep. Thank you very much."
Yeah, and just for
example,
Gun Rock, he literally dropped us at this crack in the rock. He said,
"Third
down,
crack, didn't he?
Go down, and you'll see the cannons." And it was spot
middle
on.
crack in the rock, dropped down there, and he was bang on, straight on top of the cannons.
Cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can't miss them.
Yeah,
the other 2 really enjoyed that dive as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they got a bit further than us. I think we were all studying all what's in the nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
But they swam and they got right round the reef. And then, came back. But they were really happy when they came out of the water as well.
One of the highlights for me is seeing Honey really come on in diving, and as a young lady in herself, just getting stuck in, lifting up the bags and hauling stuff.
She put others to shame.
She did. She did actually. Seeing some of the men a little bit woken, shying off from some of the stuff. I was like, and she just picked up the stuff. And mucked in and lifted stuff around and got the stuff off the boat, on the boat. Yesterday was a bit chaotic because we were getting off the boat at the same time as a whole load of sightseers, 75 on a boat, and then another 100 were trying to get on as well. So you can imagine, and we're all using a set of steps no wider than about a metre.
Yeah,
and all our gear was there and stuff. And I looked down and I see my daughter coming up the steps, and she had a bag on her back, and she was carrying 2 other bags.
I know, yeah. So, and it's been amazing to see her underwater, really inquisitive, just loving it. And it really shows that sea diving does bring out a real sort of love, I think, for diving.
Well, it does. I think it does, and we go to places like Vobster, Stoney Cove, Cape and Ray, and all these other divers' time, all these lakes, so to practice the skills, so when we can go and enjoy, time at sea and stuff. So, there's a few people on the boat who just didn't really hardly dive. And I don't know
that
what
way for 2
dives.
dives.
It just seems like so much effort and expense to then not dive, and then you miss out.
Yeah, and you think every day is a blessing that you're here. You've got to take every opportunity and enjoy it.
And we can skip a dive, can't we? We can all skip a dive because you don't feel like it for any reason.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. But to skip so many in a whole weekend, and we had a little bit of a hiccup, on Saturday, and thankfully everyone was all right. And that obviously sometimes plays on people's mind and stuff like that. And we have equipment failures, don't we? And all sorts of reasons, for goes on. But it's overall been a really good weekend again. Dive boat's been fantastic. Where we stayed has been fantastic. Weather's been fantastic.
Food.
Great company, great people on the boat to share the diving with. Great catching up with people who don't generally see that much during the year until you do a liverboard or a weekend away like this. So always really lovely to see old familiar faces again. So that's really good.
And it's also been great to be back at Seahouses, because it really is a really kind of special little place.
My 10th year. So what does that say? So already booked down for next year.
we're going. Three spaces booked.
And there's talk that we might change things as well. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes. So that we might do St Abs. I like St Abs.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
St Abs is a good shout. So that would be good. Thanks again to Narked at 90 for always sponsoring these episodes. There's plenty more slap straps have gone out. We did hand some out on the boat, so we've left some with Ron.
Yeah.
So if anyone's on the Mora and you've got a slap strap, there's some on there if you want it.
Yeah, and if you've been to the Farne Islands, let us know what you think. And if you have any questions about the Farne Islands and haven't been, ask us. And
What's your favourite dive site? That'd be good.
Yeah. So we've mentioned all the dive sites in this podcast that we've done this trip. But if there's any more that you've done that we haven't mentioned, tell us about them.
Have you tech dived it? Because there's quite a few wrecks out there. Most of the people on the boat are not massive. Well, let me rephrase that, because actually there is some quite experienced people on the boat. But there's people like my daughter who's open waters, and most people that go up there are want to go play with the seals, see the wildlife, stuff like that. And depth don't really come into it a huge amount. There's some of the recreational sites at about 25, 30 metres. I think one of them maybe a bit more, But most of the people sort of hover around that 15 to 20, 25 metres depth range. And you still see stuff. But if you've done tech diving there, it'd be good to hear from you. What have you seen? We did see some people up last year with rebreathers.
Yeah.
So if that was you, that'd be good to hear from you and hear from some people who've actually tech dived around there and what some of the wrecks are. I think Ron knows quite a few of the wrecks. I don't think he's a tech diver, but he knows quite a few of the wrecks up there.
Yeah, and the other great thing about Seahouses and that particular area is if you're going up there with a non-diving partner, husband, wife, friend, then there's plenty for them to do outside of, while you're on a dive boat.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful part of the country. Loads of beaches and castles to explore.
Loads.
Yeah, so...
Beadenhall's really good, which is the next village on, and you can hire paddle boards and all sorts of stuff from there.
Yeah, so we highly recommend.
And good restaurants. There's pubs, isn't there?
Yeah, we've eaten well, haven't we? Yeah, so it's been good. Yeah. So we highly recommend UK diving, in particular, the Farne Islands.
Yeah, keep an eye on Crystal Seas, because they'll be organising Scuba for me. They'll be advertising their next trips. They go all around the world doing different diving trips, and the Farnes is just one of them. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and we'll put the link to Sovereign Diving, the company who we dived with. So if you're interested in taking maybe your club up there, then give them a ring and get booked on. So you'll be well looked after, definitely.
Yeah, excellent. Well, that kind of round things up. Thanks for sticking with us with this roving report. But for right now, it was
the Big Scuba Podcast.